Coffee Break Italian, Season 3, Episode 32. Siamo tornati con un altro episodio di Coffee Break Italian. Io sono Mark.
Salve a tutti, e io sono Francesca.
Come stai, Francesca?
Benissimo, Mark, grazie. E tu?
Benissimo. Siamo molto contenti oggi perché mi pare che ci pare
sì,
che ai nostri ascoltatori piaccia molto la storia del tesoro di Montespelonca.
Sì, siamo contentissimi dei commenti molto positivi, incoraggianti che abbiamo ricevuto da tutti, quindi grazie mille.
Grazie mille. Ok, allora oggi continuiamo con il secondo capitolo della storia.
Sì, esatto, sì.
We'll find out what happened to Stella.
Sì.
Hopefully we'll find out what happened to Stella and, the next developments in the story.
Esatto, sì. Va bene, allora, Mark, come sempre, bando alle ciance.
Diamo inizio alle danze. Okay, we will be listening to this chapter in men che non si dica.
Ah, bravissimo.
But for now, Francesca, can you just set the scene for us again?
Yes, if you remember in the first episode, it was Friday, the 8th of July, and we got to know some of the characters of the story, and the first episode ended with Stella, Alessandro's dog, who went missing.
Esatto.
So we are now in the day after, and we want to see how the searches for Stella went and what the key characters decide to do depending on what happened.
Allora, ascoltiamo insieme.
Va bene.
Capitolo 2. Sabato 9 luglio, ore 10. Le campane suonarono 10 rintocchi e Alessandro si svegliò di soprassalto. Ieri era rimasto in piedi fino a tardi per cercare invano la sua cagnolina scomparsa. Si alzò sbadigliando e subito dopo colazione corse dai suoi amici. Quando arrivò alla solita panchina in piazza Alta, Edoardo e Sofia stavano già cercando Stella. Il gruppetto di amici si mise a chiedere agli abitanti del paese se l'avessero vista, ma tutti erano troppo impegnati con i preparativi per la sagra della lenticchia. Questa era una delle feste più attese dell'anno ed era impensabile che qualcuno avesse il tempo per mettersi a cercare un cane scomparso. Ad un certo punto a Sofia venne la brillante idea di domandare agli anziani. Loro di solito erano più attenti a ciò che succedeva in paese e, detto tra noi, non disprezzavano fare qualche pettegolezzo. Scusate, signori, avete per caso visto una cagnolina ieri sera? È a chiazze bianche e nere e porta un collarino rosso. Avrà sì e no 3 anni. Nessuno l'aveva vista, ma il signor Ottavio disse che aveva recentemente sentito parlare di un lupo che si aggirava per il paese di notte. A sentire queste parole, Alessandro sbiancò in viso. Se c'era davvero un lupo, allora forse Stella era stata attaccata o addirittura uccisa. Tornati a casa, Sofia provò a tranquillizzare Alessandro, dicendogli: Ale, calmati. Senti, non è sicuro che ci sia un lupo in paese. Stella potrebbe essere solo scappata. Vedrai. La troveremo presto. Sofia aveva ragione, ma secondo Edoardo c'era qualcosa di strano nell'aria, altrimenti Stella sarebbe già tornata. Alessandro annuì silenzioso. Stava succedendo qualcosa di molto insolito. Ma cosa?
Okay, so we still don't know what's happened to Stella.
No.
But there have been some other interesting developments.
Sì.
Let's talk about this just now. We'll go through the whole thing, the whole text in our bonus episode. But for now, let's talk a little bit what happened.
Okay, so this is day 2 of our story. And what we learn is that Alessandro had a sleepless night, poverino, trying to find Stella, la cagnolina.
Yeah, so when he woke up, he immediately went to meet his friends who were already out looking for the dog.
See, they asked the adults of the village, but they were too busy because, as we know, there is the La Sagra della Lenticchia to prepare. So they decided to approach the elderly instead.
So the older members of the village, the older members of the community, always seem to know what is going on. And let's be honest, they don't mind a little bit of gossip.
No, they don't. The children provided a very clear description of Stella. So she's approximately 3 years old. She has black and white spots and a red collar.
That's right. So no one, it appears, has seen her. But Mr. Ottavio said that he had heard that there was perhaps a wolf going around.
Sì, mamma mia. Alessandro, when hearing about the wolf, turned immediately white on his face because he thought Stella had been killed.
Yeah, but once they got home, Sofia tried to calm him down and she reassured him that they would find Stella.
Edoardo, however, had the feeling that something strange was going on. He was not too convinced about the whole situation. But the big question is, what?
What is going on? Yeah, well, obviously, we'll find that out in our next episode, the next chapter of this story. We were mentioning the gossiping older people in the town, and there's a lovely expression, there's a lovely kind of turn of phrase in the text when the narrator says, detto tra noi, so between ourselves, non disprezzavano fare qualche pettegolezzo. So basically they didn't despise doing some gossip, literally, if we're going to translate that literally. So we've got the lovely expression pettegolezzo for gossiping or rumours and so on. But this non disprezzavano. So tell us more about disprezzare.
Sì, disprezzare literally is to despise when you really don't like something or someone. I think what you liked in this sentence is the fact that such a negative verb can be actually used with a positive somehow meaning. So, like, as you said, they didn't mind a little bit of gossiping, meaning that they quite enjoyed
it. Yeah. So it's this idea of non disprezzavano fare qualche pettegolezzo.
Sì, esatto. Puoi dire, non disprezzo un dessert dopo il pranzo.
So I don't despise a dessert after dinner.
Sì.
It may be something that I could convince myself to like.
See, so there is this idea that maybe gossiping is not good or having too many sweets is not good. So we use this verb in the opposite way, just to say that, it's actually not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's not the end of the world.
See.
Okay, so that is our chapter. As I said, we'll be going through it in our bonus episode. And we'll go through every sentence in the whole chapter. Però adesso c'è ancora un po' di tempo per ancora una cosina.
Sì, esatto. Cioè, la nostra cosina è riferita alla terribile notte che ha passato il povero Alessandro cercando ovunque la sua cagnolina bianca. And we think that Alessandro didn't sleep much, unfortunately, that night. So in Italian, when you spend a sleepless night, you would describe it as una notte in bianco.
So literally a night in white.
Sì.
Is there a reason for the white?
Well, I did a little bit of research, and this is linked apparently to the Middle Ages, when knights, men who were about to become knights, cavalieri, as we say in Italian, had to spend the night before the ceremony basically awake and wearing like a a white shirt or dress as a symbol of purity.
Yeah, before they became the night. Wow, so there you go.
So that's apparently the reason.
Excellent. So passare la notte in bianco. We could say abbiamo passato la notte in bianco.
Sì.
It's always bianco.
It's always bianco. Sì.
Okay.
Sì, we also use it in bianco with the idea of without any sauce or condiments on pasta and rice, for example. Ho fatto una pasta in bianco. Mangiamo il riso in bianco.
Okay, so this is a sauceless rice or a sauceless pasta.
Sì, usually it's just with a little bit of oil and parmigiano, maybe. Okay. So that's what we call una pasta in bianco.
Well, there you go. We have covered everything in this cosina from chivalrous knights in the Middle Ages who wore their white smocks before they were invested, and therefore they spent sleepless nights in their white clothes, and even some sauce-free pasta.
Sì. I don't mind. Non disprezzo la pasta in bianco.
Perfetto. I quite like it too.
Sì.
On that note, we will leave you. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. Of course, there's more, so you can find all of that at coffeebreakacademy.com, where you can find the bonus episode with the video version, the lesson notes, and of course our translation challenge for this episode of Coffee Break Italian. For now, Francesca, grazie mille.
Grazie a te, Mark, e grazie a tutti i nostri ascoltatori, come sempre.
E alla prossima, ciao!
Ciao!
You have been listening to a Coffee Break Languages production for the Radio Lingua Network. Copyright 2023 Radio Lingua Limited. Recording copyright 2023 Radio Lingua Limited. All rights reserved.